Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Playing for Set Pieces. As you know, we are with Esbjerg in the Danish Superliga. We're going to start off with having a look at our results. Last time you saw us was a little while ago. It was against Midtjylland, FC Midtjylland in the prelims phase of the Superliga. Since then, we did well in the fourth round of the Sydbank Pokalon. 3-1 against Avarta, away no less. Quite a decent result. And then we managed a 1-0 over AC Horsens, which was much better than the 4-1 defeat we had before. We managed a 2-1 over Brøndby. Again, this is all... I mean, you saw it in the Midtjylland game. We started using, against Sondersdijk, a different sort of style of play, if you will, sort of changes to the tactic. And it worked out against Copenhagen. Didn't work out against Midtjylland, but 1-0 against them isn't bad, especially when you consider, I think they're second. Yeah, they're currently second. So it wasn't awful, but it wasn't great. Obviously, like I say, we won in the Cup 3-1, beat AC Horsens, beat Brøndby 2-1. That was a very, very nice game. I mean, we were 2-0 up until 70 minutes when they pulled one back. There was that moment where it's like, are they going to, pull off a super equaliser or, finish up 3-2 winners? But no, I was very pleased we finished 2-1. And then we managed another win over Silkeborg, which was 1-0. They had a lot of yellow cards. We actually had a sending off, but we still managed to, win 1-0 because we got the goal from Austin on the 72nd minute, and bearing in mind Kauko went off at 55 minutes. So we were short-handed, but we still managed to pull off the 1-0. After that, though, we got beaten by AGF. Again, only 1-0, not a horrible, horrible result, but as far as where AGF are concerned, they're third. So, again, another strong team. And again, pleased with only being sort of 1-0. Come on. Back you go. There we go. Then it was a bit of a run of including the AGF. We got beaten 3-2 by Sonderjysk, which was... It wasn't a bad game, but like I say, they sort of dominated us, really. And it was only sort of late in the second half we actually looked like being capable of doing anything, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Nobody got booked, nobody got sent off, and nobody got injured. So that was actually... that was a nice part of the result, if nothing else. And then Randers FC, a team we really should have been beating. Randers, of course, sitting in 13th. I think they're above us now. Oh, no, they're not. I forget how many teams there are in the Superliga. Of course, there's not that many. Yeah, they're second from bottom, and we still lost 1-0. It was... Well, it was disappointing. It was not one I expected to lose. I mean, we've had a couple of injuries, don't get me wrong, and we weren't necessarily we didn't necessarily have all our first choice players available. And then of course we had the Christmas break. Christmas break. All of January and back to normal sort of as of February. But we had a few friendlies. Some not bad results in there. The one against Portimonense I thought was a particularly decent result to come away 1-0 from them. But in terms of our sort of... Let's have a look. This is the easiest way to see it. In terms of our tactical familiarity, that has improved a great deal with a lot of the players. Again, really sort of sticking with this tactic, playing through all of those friendlies really sort of helped solidify it. But like I said, I mean, we had some nice RM Ham Benfica 3-0 victory over them. That was quite a nice one too. We had some good performances, as I say, and we looked fairly solid. We didn't obviously beat Cova de Piedade, whatever you say it, or indeed we got hammered by Partizan. I think that would have been Partizan Belgrade, Beograd, because I think there may be some issues with names. But anyway, probably licensing reasons, I guess. But anyway, so and finally, as far as the friendlies go, we had a 1-1 with Legia, which, again, they're a Polish team. Legia Warsaw. Although, again, I think that's not spelled correctly. Never mind. Like I say, I think it is a licensing issue. But we were pretty dominant. They did go 1-0 up, but we were pretty dominant in terms of our, shots and on target and stuff like that. But couldn't pull off the win, unfortunately. But still, happy with the 1-1. That wasn't a bad result at all. Straight after that, we had Copenhagen in the league. And I did fancy my chances just because of how well we've been playing. But, well, we got hammered, and Roy Kjaer got sent off, which wasn't ideal either. And, well, as you can see, they had 25 shots with only 10 on target, and we managed 2 shots with no on target. None. No on target. None on target. Just a horrible, horrible result. And I wouldn't even say we were playing a second team, admittedly. No, Brinch was in there, yeah. I mean, I wasn't playing a weaker side, put it that way, and we were just absolutely dominated. Which leaves us today with our game, which is away at Lyngby. Lyngby, of course, I think, yeah, we drew with them last time, 2-2. So I'd like to improve on that result, quite frankly. And just try and pick up our form a little bit. Because like I say, we didn't do too badly there in November. But like, again, from the end of November through December, we didn't win anything. And of course, Copenhagen we couldn't beat. So, like I say, Lyngby, where are Lyngby anyway? Lyngby are 11th. So they are below us. They haven't been doing quite as well as we have. So maybe, just maybe, we've got an opportunity to do a good job. But we'll see. So yeah, one of the other things I've had a little bit of trouble with, a few issues, is transfers, really. The first major problem is I did have both my, where I always go to development centre, the B team manager, or the head of youth development at least, for both the B team and under-19s was looking out to sign new players, which wouldn't be a bad thing, but a lot. I've cancelled probably 5 transfers of people he was trying to bring in, and I mean, here's a couple. Let's go. No, there's none in. That's fine. If we go to transfer history, Philip Højgaard, Danish centre half. This is what they brought in, and of course the fans were not happy about this at all. But they're like, "Oh, he's a good pick for the future," but I really don't think he is. I don't think he's got what we would expect. So I struggled to see realistically why he chose him as an example. I mean, if we actually check out our head of youth development, there he is. Niels Erik Sondergaard. You know, okay, maybe he hasn't got the best judging player ability and potential, but I did want him to be pretty adaptable. So, well, he's still got another year to go on his contract. He's been here since 2010. I feel like we do possibly need to replace him if I'm going to let him buy players. But anyway, I've cancelled a load. He can still find them, but it's up to me to finalise the actual transfers so that we don't get this again, because Højgaard's no good. Jeppe Christensen, I believe I brought in. Yes, I did. Again, young striker with hopefully a bright future, because again, we're a bit short on strikers, but the only downside was he wasn't very quick. Good dribbling, good technique, good flair, decent amount of heading. He's over 6 foot, as you know. I like my targets in this, but not very quick. So we're going to see how that goes anyway. The thing is, I want to be training him more as a target man anyway, rather than advance forward, as you know, at the moment, primarily because of playing Yakovenko up there as a target man on support. And how well he's done at it. I mean, 21 games, 4 goals isn't a massive amount, but he's 6.99 average rate, and he's just shy of a 7. And it's about the role he plays as much as anything else. So yeah, so that's kind of the point. Who else we got? Emil Sand, he came in on loan. Needed another fella up front, just for backup. He's actually developing a bit since he got here, but yeah, he's not actually played in the first team, but we're not paying much, which is good. And then above that, we've got Sebastian Lodal, who again, my head of youth development brought in. And I mean, he's done all right non-competitively. Maybe if I actually play him, he might be all right. But like I say, I just don't fancy his chances. Apart from anything else, he's only 1.5 stars at 21. I would like to see him be 2 stars, maybe even 2.5. Once he gets into the early 20s. But like I say, this guy I brought in, Emil Kalsas, and he's not done bad. Again, he was a backup for the left-back position. And he's still got decent potential. He has improved in terms of ability, though it doesn't look like he's developed much, to be fair. But still, he's been all right as a backup. He's only got 6.54 average rating after 6 starts and 3 sub-appearances. But he's not done bad. As I say, unfortunately, he does not really fit in my targets and takers, though in fairness, he still is 6 foot. Heading of 10. I know I've already been through this. But yeah, he's made a good start, and I'm not at all disappointed with that. And then obviously everybody else before that was brought in before I arrived, including, look at North. He's leaving because he's going to Nykøbing FC at the end of the season, 1st of July, because he's not good enough. He's got no future. And then you got Casper Nor, same situation, although he's not transferred. He's currently up for loan. But again, same situation of being over 21, and these are just poor decisions. So I think, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that our head of youth development needs to go. Now, in terms of players out, we made some money finally. We got rid of Petre for 750,000 or 725,000, sorry. Yeah, which was great, but it's not made a dent, really, in our financial situation. If we take a quick look, as you can see, that's all the budget we have in terms of transfer. But look at the wage budget. I'm hammering it. And I say I'm hammering it. Part of it is bringing in these youth players that I don't want. It's just a very... we're apparently going to have 45.5k for next season's wage budget, which is fantastic, but that doesn't really help. It's not really a lot I can say. So yeah, I didn't really bring in anybody of note, even though we kind of need a few positions here and there during the transfer period. So it was a bit difficult. It was one of those. So we are still carrying on, I guess, pretty much with what we started. I'm hopeful that the closed season will be a bit better for us. Like I say, I do need to replace a couple of my centre-halves. Tranberg's been doing all right, and Jeppe Brinch, who, well, he's not been doing too bad either, but he's having a bit of a decline here and there. They're not as skillful, obviously, as the likes of Holsti and... I forgot his name now. Where is he? Austin. But they're also a good 10 years younger than them and a lot faster. So it's fine. Like I say, Brinch has mostly played out right back when I've played him this season, but he's not actually done too bad as a centre-half. So he's there. Again, fits the targets. He's the right sort of height. He's got half-decent heading. His technique could be better, but, his positioning's pretty good. So, again, he's a decent player. But like I say, he's not played that much. He's been more of a backup, but he's going to get more sort of first team now. First team exposure, should I say. So, yeah, it's a difficult one. It's hard when you haven't got any money. It's hard when you haven't got any wage budget to progress things. But like I say, today we're against Willing. Oh, one thing I did want to check is, let's go to the competitions. Start with the Superliga. Let's go to the stats. Whoops. And the team detailed. And we're just going to have a quick look at how we're doing. Because, again, since I changed the tactics to sort of we do mostly play possession-based now and build from the back. Though I do swap it over to sort of more direct pressing if that's not working. But it seems to, between that, the possession, the formation, stuff like that, we're doing a little bit better. In terms of goals from corners, we've actually scored 3 now, which is an improvement. And that doesn't actually take into account how we did in terms of the friendlies too, because we actually did quite well in the friendlies and free kicks and corners. It's one of those things. Goals from direct free kicks, we still have yet to score 1. But, there's only 2 teams that managed 2, so it's one of those things that happen. Indirect free kicks, we have 3. And that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything in terms of penalties. No. Yeah, we have shots on. We have the best shots on target ratio, or joint best with Hobro and Copenhagen, which is fantastic. 194 minutes since last goal. That's not good, is it? It's not as bad as poor old Silkeborg, 242 minutes, but nevertheless, to be up that high with shots on targets, fantastic. Again, I think that has improved a great deal since we've been playing more possession football. So yeah, really, like I say, the corners, Whoops, there we go. The corner situation's been improved. I have changed it around a bit. In fact, I will show you in the tactics. Yeah, in terms of the attacking corners, I have now 3 different versions up. Initially, I had a sort of situation where it was a mixed ball, and I just tried to place the right players in the right places, and it wasn't really working. So I've been a bit more focused now, which is, for example, we got the far post, the edge of the area, which picks out these people who lurk around the edge of the area for longer shots, and a short option. The short option, again, sort of aiming towards the far post, I guess. But nevertheless, when you watch them, it does look a little bit better. So that's an improvement. In terms of the actual free kicks themselves, I do have a number of different versions. Apparently not under direct. I think it was... There we go. There are basically 3 versions of this too. They're very similar. This one just loads the box a bit more, which is routine 3. The direct V2 has somebody lurking outside the area and somebody on the edge of the box, as well as whomever is taking it. But I brought this guy just to stay back, just for a little bit of cover, because there's been a number of times where we've taken a free kick in a similar situation or position to this, and they've started a decent counter back. So he's there to try and stop that. And like I say, I'm trying to watch how they do, and then, like I say, routine 3 is just to load up the box a little bit more. Whoops, I should have gone to routine 1. Routine 1, like I say, has got guys standing with the taker, a lurker, and somebody on the edge of the box. So again, we're kind of piling up in this area, and it's just really to get a comparison. But like I say, we've not scored from a direct free kick yet, or scored a direct free kick, so we'll see how that goes. Situation obviously still stands that in terms of players who are good at that sort of thing, there really is. Lauritsen is really still our top man. So, I mean, he's had a good season. He's a key player. He's staying. We do have some good, reliable players in here. We've just got a few holes in the squad, I guess, is the problem. Okay, it is time for Esbjerg, away at Lyngby. In goal, it's Højbjerg. Left back, Lauritsen. Austin and Halsti centre halves. Brinch right back. Defensive midfield, Sorensen and Karko. Paranashvili in central midfield. Left wing, Sawiri. Right wing, Paveda. Sawiri actually has been picking up his performances lately, and he's going to be getting more first team football than he did, even though he doesn't have necessarily the best things. I mean, he did best outright in non-competitive, but and he did all right in the friendlies we had recently. Paveda, of course, outright, and up front it is Yakovenko, sorry. But yeah, not sure about him. I'll not lie to you. He's not been awful. He's done okay, but anyway, let's go to the dressing room and stop complaining. Morale's a bit iffy at the moment, so let us passionately say, let's show the world what this team is all about. Okay. I think that's everything. Let's go. Lyngby are in the blue, I think. Yes, and Esbjerg are in the away kit, and I'm going to go full match, just for a minute. Lyngby's kick-off by the looks of things, and, wow. That's a clearance. Coming up to 2 minutes. Throw in. Lauritsen to take it. Paranashvili puts it out for a Lyngby throw in. That was messy. It's hammering it down at Lyngby. Einhard with the throw in. Sorry, Enghardt. Lovely ball forward, although Halsti is on it. Go on, Halsti. Don't give this one away. Austin distributes out wide. Paveda finds Brinch. Brinch been cut off. Karko, Paveda. Karko's been solid as well. Paveda. Brinch with the cross. Doesn't get it. Forces the throw in. Yeah, quite happy with, like I say, some of these players and less happy with others. Brinch with the cross. Cleared. Simonson looking to start counter-attack. Nelson now. Oh, lovely work by Halsti. Go on, Halsti. Don't screw it up now. Brinch with the ball forward. Doesn't find its target. Paveda. Halsti. Ball out wide to Lauritsen. Crosses in. Oh, Campo. Sorry, Paveda or Campo. Brinch for the cross. Cleared again. Now this is going to be end-to-end stuff. I'm going to go on key highlights because we look like we're doing all right. This gentleman here. Oh, Halsey. Tripped him at the edge of the box. Don't get sent off, mate. And don't give away free kicks in that position. Free kick for Lyngby. Crossed in. Oh, it's cleared. Only as far as Winter. Oh, well done, Kauko, for getting in the way of that one. You've given away a throw-in, but still well closed down. Yeah, Kauko is... he's worth a few bob compared to the rest of my players. He's actually worth $1 million. And he's due another call-up, I would say, because he has been solid. Sorensen with the throw-in. Into the middle. Paranashvili. Yakovenko now on the counter-attack. Finds Paveda out right. Oh, Bridge picks up the interception. Oh, and he doesn't get his cross in. Unlucky, Brinch. Alright, yes, I am going to go key highlights. What's going to tell us to get creative? Because we're not doing bad. Yakovenko. Ball in. Oh, Snore grabs it for Lyngby. I like that we're having the chances here. I noticed that... oh, my Christ. Frederick... Yeah, him. Just wanted to put our... yeah, Snore with the goal kick. Puts it in front of him. Our two slow-ass centre-halves can't get back. Job done. Just runs past them, and this is part of the problem. It's going... just go with the lower defensive line. I think I'm pressing at the moment is why. Yeah, spread it out a bit. Yeah, I am. I meant to play possession, but I didn't. So let's see if this improves things. I mean, we've only had one shot and one on target, which one and one's good, don't get me wrong, but oh no, that's them. So used to seeing us in blue. Free kick for Lyngby, and oh my Christ, that's 2-0 on only 18 minutes. I really don't know what to say. It's horrible. Let's go defensive. I mean, that's the thing. Doesn't look like we're playing too badly, with the exception of Paveda there. Come on, show some passion, will you? Maybe cautious will be better than defensive. But apparently, well, I mean, we're getting more shots, but we're not getting in them on target, so... it's awful. Just awful. I'm almost at the point now where I'm just desperate to finish out the season so I can start rebuilding the squad, because this is just... it's just horrible. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, Halsey is so playing well even after that howler. Austin can be replaced by Tranberg. I'm going to play Tranberg as cover. Let's see if that helps. I feel like the cover role has been better in FM20, I think, than it was in FM19. Brink is coming on for the right. On the left. You know what? Let's have a look. Reinhold. Rasmus Reinhold. You know what? I'm going to bring you on to see if you do any good. Give you a shot as a poacher. Just to see how it goes. I'm going to keep these things the same. How's Paranashvili doing? He's doing alright as a central midfielder. I wonder if I should put him on box-to-box support and just see. Because I've been playing around with that role. I've had him as a roaming playmaker, which didn't quite work. So if you notice, we don't have a playmaker at the moment. We're not playing with a playmaker. A deep line playmaker here is no good. I need a player that's capable of getting further forward. And of course, a deep line playmaker doesn't allow that. I mean, again, maybe advanced playmaker, but it's not his key role, and I seem to see him do better with as a box-to-box. Højbjerg. Poor old Jeppe. Yepper. Alright, we're just going to carry on. It's the second half. Lyngby 2-0 up. Brinch. Oh, Brinch. That's a horrible. Throw in for Esbjerg. Reinhold. Lauritsen now. Sawiri. Lauritsen with the cross. Oh, near piece. Sawiri. Paranashvili. He has a go. It's his 4th goal of the season. It's in. It's not been disallowed. 2-1. Lyngby 2. Esbjerg 1. It is coming up to 58 minutes. There is a chance we could be back in it. Not bad work there from Sawiri. And of course, Paranashvili puts it away. He's my Dominic Party of the save. Lauritsen with the throw in again. Reinhold. He's not done bad, has he? Holding up the ball a couple of times. I don't know what is. He's got 6.8. That's good. Højberg. Tranberg. Let's not take too many risks here, okay? Tranberg finds Sawiri. Lauritsen coming forward now. Sorensen in support. Lauritsen. He's got Sawiri to his left. Sorensen coming through. Lauritsen with the cross. Brink. Oh, he was fouled in the box. Going to be a penalty. Paranashvili. Oh my God. Oh. Sorry, I get a bit excited sometimes, especially in these sort of situations. Snore did save the penalty, but fortunately, Paranashvili is quick enough to jump on the deflection and score it. So it is Lyngby 2, Esbjerg 2. Let's get creative. Come on, boys. This is fantastic. This is a great comeback as far as I'm concerned. I'd like to see another goal, though, please. Please. How about demand more? Oh, you didn't like that, did you? Brinch has picked his game up very, very slightly. Everybody else is doing quite well, though. I can't complain at that. Poor old Sorensen's a bit knackered. Oh, corner for Lyngby. Tranberg clears it. Sorensen finds Sawiri. Oh, and it's Reinhold. Reinhold. Crosses in. Oh, Paranashvili. Lauritsen. Oh, so close. Forced to corner. Paranashvili to take it. Short one to Brink. Brink to Paranashvili. Cross again, but Engharts starts to counter-attack. Korlu coming forward for Lyngby. And he's still coming forward. Brinch tackles him. Well, Mr. Brinch, let us look. We'll tell you to ease off. Yeah, Brinch has made a mistake today, but I haven't got any subs I can bring on, I don't think. So we shall cancel this and go back to the pitch. It's 90 minutes. We're not going to score at this point, but as long as they don't, I'm quite happy. I say we're not going to. We could. Show some passion. Well, a little bit of a let-off, but I'm glad at the comeback. And again, my mistake for starting out with the wrong tactics. I need to pay more attention to that without question. But, yeah. Picked our game up. Did a lot better. Came away with a point. I can't really complain about that, so I won't. Okay, let's come back for a quick review. We are up to 8th. Or we're still in 8th, whichever it was, but we're up to 27 points, having been on 26. If we have a look at the club vision, we are pretty much on course and on targets. They're pleased with where we are, roughly. They're pleased with the quarter-final of the Cup, which we've also reached, and they're very pleased that we reached the 3rd qualifying round of the Euro Cup. And it says I'm on course to work within the wage budget, but that doesn't really seem right considering I'm a good couple of grand over it at the moment. Call it best part of $3,000. So I'm surprised that they consider me on course for it. I guess there's a bit of leeway, but I would have thought a few grand's too much. But, you know, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. We will see what happens in relation to that. But, yeah, so in terms of our schedule now, we haven't got a super number of games left. We've got basically 4 more league games and the quarter-final of the Cup. Obviously, if we beat Midtjylland in the quarter-final of the Cup, which I don't fancy our chances, we'll be through to the semi against whomever that is. But at the moment, we've met all our targets. We've met, you know, in terms of the club vision, pretty much, as I say, apart from the wages thing. But They seem okay with it. So I don't think I'm going to get sacked is the point, which means I am going to get to have my end of the season, hopefully have a bit of a clear out, maybe sign 1 or 2 players to sort of strengthen things up a bit. So I think my plan is now I'm going to come back for the cup game, and depending on the result, obviously if we go through, then it'll be cup games until we're not in there anymore. Otherwise I'll come back for the cup game and then probably the last game against OB. But in the meantime, please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed that, and subscribe for more Football Manager videos. Thank you very much for watching.